what we're going to do is walk you through literally how Dan built his dream physique in just 10 weeks. And this literally, so from start to finish, this happened in just 10 weeks, which is absolutely fucking mind-blowing. So just to start off with where he was before that we got started. So before he reached out to me, what he had been trying to do is follow the typical bodybuilder routines, right? Going to the gym 5, 6, 7 days a week, smashing his chest, arm day, shoulder day, leg day, back day, etc. And the problem with this, which is the same with most busy career-driven guys, is that you don't actually have that much time. So what happened was he'd maybe get 2 or 3 sessions in, or maybe get 4, and then he missed the 5th or 6th, and then that would just like get him a little bit bogged down. And you think, fuck it, what's the point? If I can't stay consistent with the whole routine, what's the point in training at all? So he'd find himself going through these cycles where he'd smash the rare week where he hits all sessions, but most weeks he would either hit a couple or he wouldn't go at all because he feels like he's not really getting anywhere if he's not nailing it to perfection. So he had like this perfectionist, this all or nothing kind of mindset. He had no idea outside of training about his nutrition, like what he should be eating, how much he should be eating, and how to kind of manage that to get the results that he wanted. Like his dream result was literally just to build an amazing physique. Like that's the one thing he said to me, is that I've always wanted to build a good physique, but just never been able to quite kind of get there. He didn't know what route to take, so he was like going through cycles of like, should I be losing body fat? Should I be gaining body fat and building muscle? And he found himself, like most guys, in this in-between stage where you're not really achieving either of them because you're just dancing between them, and again, not really getting anywhere. Confidence in himself was low, so wasn't feeling confident in his body, turned himself a little bit skinny fat, and also he said he found himself in this habit where he was eating a lot of takeaways throughout the week, mainly just because it's easier, and obviously stress kind of like tied into that as well. So what we did when we first got started, put this out of the way, what we did, actually I'll put it down here, and I'll move this thing. So we stripped everything back. We just simplified everything, made it more time efficient for him because he was a busy guy working Monday to Friday. So just 3 targeted muscle building sessions every week. You don't need more. Don't listen to people that tell you need to train like a bodybuilder. That's the old way of doing things, right? Obliterating every single muscle group is the old way of doing things. A new way is just training 3 to 4 days a week, full body sessions or something similar to that, time efficient, so he's in within 30 to 45 minutes max. But this isn't about being lazy and doing less, it's about being efficient and putting in the graft to the stuff that we are doing and actually getting the results that he wanted to. There was no like hitting and hoping, there was no going into the gym guessing. There's like a specific structure there to follow every time. Then we built out a roadmap, so where he was a bit confused of like, should I be losing body fat, should I be gaining it, we used our limitless body formula, which is essentially a 4-phase approach where we focused on phase 1, which is priming the body, getting everything ready for his fat loss phase. Phase 2 was where we just shredded all the body fat off and got him photo shoot lean. Phase 3 is where we got him out of the diet, and then phase 4, where he is now, which we'll cover after, is in the performance phase, maintaining where he's at and then building muscle on top of that. So there's a method to the madness. There was no more like, should I be doing this, should I be doing that, and dancing between them. It was like, this is what we're doing every single week, every single month, and it was laid out leading to the next sort of like checkpoint for him. So because he was really busy and we needed to lose body fat, like most people, they struggle to get their steps in, they struggle to move a lot. So we found specific strategies that just worked around his office schedule, so he wasn't always sitting at his desk, and we can find ways of fitting that in, especially in the winter where it's like dark, really early, it's rainy, it's cold, nobody wants to go out and do like long 1 to 2 hour walks in the evening. So we found ways that we could like manipulate his week and his structure so that become really easy and efficient for him again to take action on and get the fat loss that we wanted. And then most importantly, when it comes to fat loss, nutrition's number 1, right? Eating takeaways all the time, not going to work for him like most people. So we got a specific strategy, like again, specific strategy with the training, specific strategy that we dialed in with the nutrition, exactly understanding what options to go for, what to eat, how much of it, what the portion size should be. That's going to lead to the outcome that we wanted. So this is like a really easy example of like just one day. So we had we simplified it, just a couple of options for every meal, so it wasn't a big headache for him. He's busy, he doesn't have to think about loads of all these like complicated recipes. This is an example of day 1, so which we started with on the plan. So we've got this here, which is like protein, yogurt, which is like Greek yogurt with peanut butter to get some fats in, some fruit, some carbs, so some bagel thins. Lunch again, just like chicken wrap, dinner, beef, white potato, butter, and then a protein shake with a piece of fruit. So generally just a whole foods diet. Our goal wasn't eat less, which most people do, and then they end up being starving, loads of cravings, and they don't get anywhere. We want to build a physique, so we wanted to fuel him. So we actually ate more so he could lose more body fat, which sounds mental, but we're just keeping him as full as possible on a whole foods diet, and that allowed us to train really hard. When you see his results in a second, it all makes sense. So that's what we built, right? If he just starved himself, he just restricted himself, then there's no way he would have built muscle whilst losing body fat like he did. So he is on like the extreme end of like not many people achieve that in 10 weeks, and I'll be honest with that. It takes a lot of dedication to get to that level. Not every single client does it, but this is definitely what's possible if you lean in and you have a specific strategy and you are like dialed in with it 100%. So we achieved 9 kilos down in body fat in just 10 weeks, literally 10 weeks, which isn't long at all, which is pretty much roughly how long there is till summer now. I think it's like 12 or 13. He got his abs on show for the first time in his, literally the first time he's had in his entire life. Built muscle mass, you can see his shoulders, his chest, his arms, everything looks bigger. Obviously, as a byproduct of that, feeling the most confident and proud he's ever been in his body. Like being able to just have his top off and not have to think about it, like being the most confident and best version of himself. And then what that like transcended to is everything else improves, right? That's a big thing in the program. We're not just trying to get in shape for the sake of being in shape. It's like, how is it going to benefit his life? He said his relationship improved, in his words, his productivity improved, and because of that, his work and his focus, everything around that, as a byproduct of him getting in shape and this process, improved tenfold. So this literally had changed his life. And this is what we've been focused on for the last few months. So we stopped the diet, I think like November or end of November, or something, somewhere around that time frame. I'm not too sure. But what we did, we moved him into phase 4 of the program. So we got him out of the diet. So we started here at 72 kilos. Then we shredded down and built muscle. You can see, built a lot of muscle, got really lean at 63 kilos. There's 10 weeks between this. And this is a mad thing. He is now the exact same weight again, which we've gained over the last 5 months. He's exactly the same weight as when he started, but what's the difference? He's leaner, you can see his abs a bit more, but most importantly, he's bigger. He's built more muscle. So we've literally got him the same weight again, but this time he's moved to that next level. And this is the importance of like doing things in a structured way, not just winging it. This is what's possible when you have a structured plan to follow, and that's exactly what our limitless body formula delivers, and it's why I created it, right? It's what I do with every single client. But I specify the plan around them. So our goal has been to just add lean tissue, which we have done, to keep doing that, and then obviously we're going to cut things down again to get lean. Take this to like Dan 2.0 for his holiday in September. So at the moment, you're probably thinking like you're in the same position, you're stuck, you're trying to get back to the level of shape you've been in the past and then surpass that, and you know you're probably not feeling like you're that confident if you were to go on holiday tomorrow and we just whip your top off, right? And that's not something you should feel. You should be able to go on these holidays, feel fucking amazing, and be proud of who you are, right? But to get there, the work has to start now. Summer's like 12 weeks away. You don't want to waste the time and the opportunity you have now. You don't want to keep doing the same things you've always done because they haven't got you to where you want to be. So if this is something you're interested in, we have 3 spaces open for free guys for the remainder of this month. So if you're ready to like lean in to this process, have a structured plan that's going to work around you, your lifestyle, in a what's the way of saying this? In a way that isn't going to like completely overhaul your life and pull you away from your social events and things like that. We're going to balance it quite nicely. Then DM me on Instagram, send me a message with the word info or something of the sort. I'll send over a document which actually covers all the details of the program, pricing, everything, etc. So you can see if it's a good fit for you and also a good fit for me as well. So if you're interested, like I said, DM me. 3 spaces open for the rest of this month, and obviously I'll send everything over to you as soon as possible.